We're in the airport. That's right, secret mission. It's not really a secret, because you saw probably the thumbnail. We're buying a GTR. Ah!
Wait, we're buying a GTR?
Oops. Yeah, that's what I need all that money for.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought we were making an investment here.
Yeah. Investing in the future of this channel.
Because cars are great investments.
Yeah, they are. We are. We're buying a GTR. We're flying out west right now. We're about to get on the plane, and yeah. Tim Hortons, double product placement shot. Let's do it super cool. Yum. Hey Primates, what's up? We just flew 2,000 miles? 2,000 miles, 4,000 kilometers, 3,000, whatever. A distance, we came a distance on a mission for something awesome. I'm wearing blue. We got blue Sparkos. We got racing boots on in blue. There's a little bit of a, oh. Yeah, that's it. That's not the one. That's the 500 horsepower monster. But what we have here is a clean, stock, pristine R32. And guess what? We're buying it. Done. Oh, we haven't given them money yet.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Did you bring money?
Well, I thought just for gas and food, right? Is what you're talking about.
Oh, I was supposed to bring the money? Damn. Quick, hit that subscribe button. Look at this beauty. So Dave, as the Grand Puma of GTRs and the most knowledgeable person that I've ever come across, one of the things we want to know from you is, what are 5 things to look for when buying a GTR?
Stickers. Everybody loves stickers. We had sticker collections when we were kids. Look for them. Look for them everywhere. I know this one says that this timing belt was serviced at 84,146 kilometers. And then you start looking at, okay, well, could this be the original piece that belonged to this? And you start looking at the screw heads, you start looking at these hose clamps. Sorry, these are OEM style hose clamps, and you see there's no signs of damage in any of these components. This piece here is notorious for breaking because in order to get it off, this is your cast. In order to get it off, you have to pull it up off this thing, and it gets because for heat cycling, the plastic gets really brittle and the backside breaks off. So, I mean, in order to service the engine or do anything to it, really you've got to disassemble this stuff. And you look at the tape and the mark, you look at how much care was taken when this timing belt was done, because all this stuff would have came off. For me, I mean, I don't know, 11 years of being around the cars in Canada, and I think I've done probably 20 timing belts. Seen and looked at different cars over the years, it really kind of starts to tell a story. The clips on the back, those are terrible. If you look on my GTR, they aren't even there because they always break. Like this outside piece when you try to put a screwdriver in here and pry it out. The other thing that I like to do, again with stickers, you can do like a Japanese Carfax. It will actually show dates of registration in Japan. Looking at the odometer says 100,000. You can see there's service stickers, kind of a generation of the car being looked after. It's like, okay, well, it displays like it should be a legit mileage car. Little blue tag. The little white fasteners are very prone to breaking when you pull them off. You check the VIN, the chassis number stamped here, right? The chassis number is also in there, so those have to match, of course. The next thing on there is KH2. That is the most common color. That is the gray. That way, right away, you can tell if the car's been resprayed, because if it's, like in this case, it's blue. I know this car was brought into the country into Canada in 2006. It was purchased by a very close friend of mine's younger brother. In that year, it was brought in by the Skyline shop. When it came into Canada, it was this color. You look at the sticker here, you can see, I mean, the whole car is sprayed blue under hood. They actually went through the trouble of masking this off the factory stickers. Like the factory decal there is masked off. You can just barely feel a paint edge. But I mean, they did a heck of a lot of care and attention to do a color change on the car. So that, to me, tells me another part of the story. It's not something that was wrecked and they just slapped together to try to sell at auction, right? But you start looking at glass. Is it a Nissan windshield? This one, it's got a factory Nissan windshield in it. Another part that is so telling, okay, I have my own theory on this, but what you'll see is rust forming in these bottom corners. Having pulled glass out of these, I think what it is the windshield's been out once. And when you have to cut the urethane out, this corner is super deep. And when we pulled it out of a car we had a few years ago, my buddy at the glass shop, he was coming around the corner and put a deep scratch in. Well, and like deep under the urethane. I think that personally, what's happening is when windshields get replaced, because some cars do it, some don't. But again, it's just a total theory. But that's a spot you want to look for. You want to look for, has it had rust repair here? Another spot is when a guy says, oh yeah, she's bone stock, it's never had any modifications or anything. This felt fabric foam, it's foam on the bottom, it's really actually quite brittle, and there's a fabric on top. In order to change the fuel pump, which everybody does as soon as they start doing mods, you have to pull that off, and you cannot get this off without ripping it. Another spot, so you get sun fading in this rubber trim here. There is a rubber restore that actually starts to turn it really, after a few applications, turns it back to black. They go almost white. One of the nice things with these cars is you can pull, this is something I used to, like when I used to do vehicle appraisals and stuff on my dealership days, you can pull this inner panel, you can put your hand all the way down. I don't care if there's a touch of filler, like there's none, but say there was a touch of filler, I could feel the dent on the inside, right. But you know, it's all feathered out properly. I mean, body guys, it's a profession. They fix stuff. That's what they do. As long as you don't go through and it's like, holy man, I can feel a whole panel, and you're running your hand as far as you can up, and you can feel. I was like, wait a minute, I think this might be two cars into one. You know,
cut
it's like
your hand on some rust.
Oh yeah, exactly, right. So. And things like this car, I mean, it still has the OEM toolkit and the flare and the jack and the spare tire. You know, it was a well-maintained car.
Quick recap: we're buying a car. We're gonna go snowboarding. We're gonna cannonball it back to Michigan/Ontario and import it into the U.S. and put it up for sale for the fans.
Correct.
We're going to be putting it up for sale at bringatrailer.com, which is a sweet website for selling enthusiast cars. And if you're thinking about selling a car, if you have something that's sort of exotic and, you know, dropping it on Kijiji or Craigslist is not maybe the best way to find the right buyer, check out bringatrailer.com. And if you want to list a car, you can put a referral code in, use Brandon at octanemonkey.com. Thank you, Primates, for making life awesome, and go do awesome stuff.